And welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. Okay, so after a couple of months and a couple of reschedules and stuff, I'm blessed to have the young lady that's sitting next to me. But her partner in crime is not here. So Casey Wyatt's not here, and Casey and Sarah Brickman, you own Titan Pressure Washing, both of you guys.
Yes.
As a partnership.
Yes.
But like my marriage...
Husband and wife, yes.
Like my marriage, you kept your other name like my wife did. And it's like... But that's really confusing. But it works. In this day and age, it works. And honestly, when I got married to Vicky, I said, don't change your name. Keep your name. Well, there's no reason to change your name. And no matter what I say, everybody's going to know that she's my wife and she owns her half of the company and probably my half of the company in some ways. But you have a much nicer face.
Did you hear that, Casey? We need to change this up.
But it's interesting because a husband and wife probably make the best team when they're doing a piece here and a piece here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you do the marketing, the estimates and stuff like that.
I do everything
except
for the work. But I will say, 2 days ago, I was out doing the work as well. So, and I have an appreciation for Casey and our guys. They work really, really hard in the Florida heat.
I'm sure.
It's a lot.
I'm sure.
So I have a good appreciation of what they do. But yeah, I'm doing estimates, accounting, marketing, networking. I do all of the design of our multimedia. I created any media piece that you see out there, whether it's our truck, our business cards, our shirts, whatever it is, I've helped in the design of the graphics.
Okay. Why'd you get into this?
Everything.
Why'd you get into this?
So I got into it because it's Casey's passion.
Okay.
So Casey's my passion. This is his passion.
Right.
So Casey had a pressure washing company in California for 12 years. And that started detailing cars and then grew from there to working at people's homes, working at businesses, and getting sold contracts at like Pebble Beach Corporation and Pebble Beach, California. There were different things and it just blossomed. So when we moved back to Florida, I'm from West Palm originally, so I'm happy to be back. When we moved back here last year, he said, we want to start a business. What should we do? And I said, well, what are you good at? What are you passionate about? What do you want to do? And he's like, well, I really want to design another truck. I want to have another pressure washing company. And so we kind of sat back and watched. We called around some pressure washing companies. We sat back and we asked people, what is the need here? Because we didn't want to just be another number. Pressure washing companies are popping up like pimples. I mean, they're everywhere. And we wanted to make sure that there was a need that we were meeting if we were going to open one. And the need we found was just to raise that bar of what the customer should be expecting from pressure washing companies. And it's pretty simple for us. Call back, show up, and do it right. And so that's our policy.
Let me tell you what I know about pressure washing.
Okay.
Pressure washing is a science.
It is.
And most people don't understand that.
They don't.
And I'll tell you why I understand it. Because like most of you crazies out there who go to Home Depot and rent or buy a pressure washer, you will have a hole in your vinyl like I do in mine because I thought that I could pressure wash my vinyl siding myself.
And we've had people hurt their feet, hurt their hands. Depending on the equipment that you rent, you can damage your property, and that's some of your biggest assets. It's your physical assets and your home.
Really, I always say it, use a professional.
Yes.
Always use a professional. Because if you don't, it's going to cost you 3 times as much, and it can take you 5 times longer.
Yes.
So you decide to get into this, okay? Like, who's your clientele? I mean, do you have a specific niche that you look for, or is it just open?
So first of all, we do residential and commercial.
Okay.
So we've got the 2 branches. So when it comes to the commercial side of things, we're looking at whether it's restaurants, freestanding buildings. We've done some businesses in downtown Stuart. We've done some banks. We had a bank job. We kept telling people, yeah, we got this bank job coming. They're like, who's your getaway driver? But we cleaned like an 8,000 square foot roof on the bank, wow. Making it pop. With your business and with your home, I mean, that's people's first picture of you and what you represent and what your business represents. So when it comes to the business clientele, we're looking for anyone that wants to clean up the storefront, that wants to clean up the parking lot, the sidewalks, the roof itself, any of those kind of things. When it comes to residential, we're looking for people that value their property. And I say that because if you've got a property you don't really value, you're going to hire a $50 guy or $250. You're going to look at what's the bottom line of the money.
Right.
Because and I can say that I don't feel like that's judgmental, because it's a bottom line. If it's about the money because you're not concerned with the longevity of your roof or how your siding of your house is, or whether someone damages your driveway, or whether they damage all your landscaping, some people don't care.
Right.
That's not our clientele, because we're not the cheapest guy out there. We're not, because of the level of products, the level of excellence that we bring. There's a lot of different side things that we do, that we provide, that other providers don't.
Okay, so I had to ask you this.
Yeah.
Today, in this day and age, everybody's worried about the environment.
Yes.
Okay, so what I see is you pressure wash, and then it goes on your plants and stuff like that.
And they'll die.
I think you need to use certain products that, and I don't have this clue, that like kind of green friendly, or
Yes, and so there are some that are green friendly. There are some that they wouldn't fall under the definition of green friendly, but they are landscaping friendly.
Okay.
And they would be something that is friendly to the cement tile or to the tar roof, so that it's friendly as far as damage goes.
Okay.
A lot of our competitors, I just nicknamed him the 250 guy. The
Okay.
250 guy, okay, he'll go get pool bleach, and that's what he's using, the pool bleach and pool chlorine, the chlorine bleach on your roof. That should not be on your roof. It's going to
Okay.
damage almost any type of roof that you have.
Oh, interesting.
And so, what we're using is a high-end surfactant, which is the soap, that is mixed with the pure hypochlorite. I'm going to say SH, because
Okay.
I told you. I fumble my words. But the sodium hypochlorite. So what we do is we use that SH and we use the surfactant. And in putting those together, you can use very little, because when they work in combination, they work to really kill everything that's up there without destroying your roof. And so it's very important what you're using up there. And then afterwards, here's something you probably don't know, Wayne.
There's a lot of things I don't know.
These 250
I'm 65, I don't know much. Go ahead.
A couple things. The 250 guy
Uh-huh.
will typically clean about the first 7 feet, what you can see from the ground, what your HOA letter, is
the
noting.
roof, okay.
Okay. And they're not really hitting much of the sides. They're not hitting the back. They're not hitting, when somebody looks at their roof tile and they see like the little ridges of like the barrel tile
Yeah.
and everything, they're not going to hit any of those. They're going to hit what's going to appease your HOA. And that's great for some people. That's all they care about, is I want to appease the HOA. Those typically aren't our customer either.
The 250s.
The 250.
I learned this
The 250,
stuff from you.
yeah. So, but when we kill everything up there using the chemicals that we use, we then rinse your roof. These guys won't rinse your roof, which means all the pool chlorine that's up there, the chlorine bleach, looks nice, your roof is nice. The next rain, all of that comes down off your roof and floods your landscaping and kills it.
Oh, in order to get it done right, those
You've
250s got to become 450s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to be able to clean it right, preserve the roof, rinse the roof, and then we neutralize the roof. So if there is something that still is possibly up there when we leave and the next rainfall comes, all you see are a little bit of suds coming out of your downspout. And everything is neutralized, so nothing's killing the landscaping.
Okay, so this is what I'm getting out of this conversation.
Yes.
I'm going to guess from the way Casey does things,
He's a perfectionist.
which leads me to believe that he was probably in the military.
He was in the military. We are veteran owned.
Okay.
And he sticks to, and that is a big thing with him. He takes pride in being that veteran and helping veterans. We partner with a veteran nonprofit. We give veteran discounts. But that ties back into everything he does is very efficient and it's very correct. And so he doesn't do anything half-assed.
What branch of military is it?
He was in the Army National Guard.
Okay, so when you see him, tell him I said thank you for
I
your
will.
service.
I will.
Because that's like so important and people just take it for granted.
Yes, they
Okay,
do.
and veteran-owned businesses, I find, it's not whether they're better or not, they just run more efficiently. Mm-hmm. And take this, I mean it, they're more concerned about what they do than the guy, the fly-by, the
Yeah.
250.
The 250 guy, yeah.
That's a new word I'm going to use.
yeah,
from
the
now-
250 guy.
Yeah, from now on. Okay.
Because we always hear, oh, well, the other guy's going to charge $250. I'm like, then you go with the $250 guy, you're going to get a $250 job.
Right.
You
And
know?
I get it, because when you start, first of all, the philosophy here is when you discount, you're going to get more aggravation than the whole deal's worth anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they won't discount. So they sell bagels for $1.50.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't go into the bagel store and say, yeah, I'll give you $1 for that bagel.
Yeah.
They want their price because their item is worth it. You should get what you're worth.
Yeah.
I'm no different. I have a brick and mortar. We have a lot of bills. I want to deliver a great product, so I have to have the right equipment. Yeah. You too, same thing. Let's just talk about this truck, okay?
Yes.
So you have this amazing truck.
This was the brainchild of Casey. So this is the third truck that Casey has designed in his career, in the over 12 years of pressure washing. And so this is the truck. Our logo there is on the very front. I call him Splat. Because he's like splat right there on the front of the truck.
Casey.
So there's Casey. That's his father as well.
My buddy.
Yes, your buddy. So Casey and his father and myself. And so, it's veteran owned. It's family owned. And we care, so back to your question about the roof, like we care also about the landscaping as well. And so on our truck, you can see kind of those white tanks there. Mm-hmm. On the truck, no chemicals are pre-mixed. So the 250 guy is going to show up with his tank. Everything's pre-mixed. Every single house he hits in that day is getting the same amount of wrong product on their house as everyone else, as all their neighbors. Because he's like, hey, I mixed it this morning. It's in my tank. I'm shooting it on your house. So in our truck, we have a proportioner. And that proportioner dictates exactly how much of each chemical is being put on your roof. So if let's say you've got a tile roof, and the backside has a lot of trees, is by a golf course, gets a lot of dust, whatever. And the front side is relatively, clean compared to the backside. You're going to get a different amount of chemicals in the back than you are in the front because we're not going to premix anything. And so doing that, we're preserving your roof, we're preserving the landscaping. We also we have a 4-step process. I won't tell you our secrets, but we have a 4-step process of preserving your landscaping during this whole thing, because it's not good enough that we're coming to clean your roof and say, forget your landscaping, call your gardener. No. If we're going to be doing something that could affect your landscaping, we need to make sure that we're protecting it as best we can. And Wayne, we can't do it 100%. Especially if someone doesn't have gutters on the side of their house, there's a degree of things that we can do. There's a lot that we do to make sure that everything is collected, that doesn't go into the person's soil and the flower. It doesn't run down the driveway, all of that kind of thing. But there's the extra 4-step point that we do with the landscaping to preserve it. And that costs money. That costs, there's chemicals, there's time, but how much money have you ever spent, or do you know people spend when they get the 250 guy and it ruins all their landscaping? They end up spending quite a bit of money to replace their landscaping. I say use a professional, otherwise it'll cost you 3 times more and it'll take you 5 times as long. Yeah. All right, so in front of me is a brick of some sort that as a kid we would use to throw through a window, but we're not at that stage anymore. What's the significance of this brick? So this goes back to your question. So with green products, the products that we have are all environmentally friendly, but the 100% green products are what we use for sealing. So we seal 3 different substrates, okay? A lot of guys out there, they do paver sealing. You hear about this everywhere. Paver sealing, we'll do this. Okay, we do paver sealing, but we also do concrete sealing. And this is a concrete coping tile for a pool. Okay. So we do concrete sealing. That means we can seal your concrete driveway, your concrete patio, the concrete pool area, your concrete AC pad. And what that means is we create a hydrophobic layer, a barrier, so that water cannot stay on the concrete. The concrete is porous. Yes, it is. And so this sealer is a penetrating sealer. So it penetrates into the tile or the concrete, because we also seal roof tiles. Okay. So if you've got a concrete tile roof, we can seal that, and it actually adds years to the life of your roof so that you don't have to replace it as quickly. It can add 3 to 10 years. So I'm going to do a sample here real quick for you. So I want you to kind of slide your hand. Tell me if it feels any different in any spot. Well, actually, the further I go down, like here is much more coarse than here, I think. Okay. And So there, but overall, there's not really a change in how it feels. I mean, it feels like a piece of cement. It doesn't look any different. And here I'm going to show you, though, when water gets on this, look what's happening from here down. The water's running off and beating up. What's happening here is it changed the color, and it went into the cement.
Okay.
So what happens then, let's pretend that this is your patio or driveway, and it rains, and dirt gets in here, you start to have growth. You start to have organic growth. Down here where the water is sitting on top, and it ran right off because we've got this at a tilt, no water can penetrate this, so there's no growth.
And I said, I can feel the coarseness here and how much smoother it is down here. This will eventually weaken this brick.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
it'll degrade that. And
right.
you're going to spend so much money and irritation trying to get the growth out of that, and it's going to start to eat it away and erode it. So the same concept is what we do on the roof. And here's why it's great. And this is why the 250 guys hate us. Okay. So when we seal a roof, we clean it for kind of the last time. Okay? Because once we clean it, we kill everything up there. We do a deep clean. Okay? 250 guy does a chlorine clean, and it kills a lot of stuff, but it does not kill everything up there. So when we do the deep clean on the roof and then we seal it, we are putting it in a state where it no longer can have water penetrating it, which means nothing can grow. So you don't have water damage, you don't have organic growth material damage, which means nothing grows. You don't get those HOA nasty grams anymore, which means you don't need to call anyone to come out and put any type of chemicals on your roof because nothing's growing. So you don't have the chemical damage. The sealers have 2 UV protectants, so you don't have the sun damage anymore. And so once a year, we come back, we blow off the leaves, blow off anything that's just sitting up there, and we touch up any sealer that needs to. And no longer do you have any landscaping damage or big bills, or even $250. We come back and blow it off usually for less than that. So you're able to have it sealed, and by not having all this damage, it gives 3 to 10 more years of your life. Let the next homeowner replace that roof.
Right.
Who wants to spend that much money? $30,000 to $60,000.
I hear roof and I get all nervous because I know I have one that needs to be replaced in one of my properties. All right, we're getting to the top of our time.
Yep.
How do people find you? You have a website?
Yes, so you can go to titanpw.com, find out about all the services: soft washing, pressure washing for residential and commercial, paver sealing, concrete sealing, and tile sealing.
And there's contact us on that page.
So it's info@titanpw.com.
But I can get to it from the website.
Yeah, you can contact us on the website. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Phone number?
772-245-0402.
Everybody, you have to use a professional. I say it a gazillion times, and people don't listen, including myself. I have a piece of siding, I said, because I tried to pressure wash it myself with a hole in it. And I have not fixed it, and I got a letter from HOA.
Yeah.
Every year I get a letter from HOA about that hole, and every year I don't fix it. But I got to tell you, I learned so much from that the other things that I have to do are done professionally, and I don't have to look back at them. And that's why we're no different
Enjoy
here.
your home.
Right.
Don't spend your Saturdays and your weekends scrubbing your driveway and doing these things. Enjoy your home.
That's never going to happen. That's not for me.
Can I just mention one thing real quick?
Yeah.
So we partner with a veteran nonprofit. They're called Project 23 to 0. You can also find them on our website. And they help reduce the suicide numbers daily from veterans from 23 down to 0. So I encourage people to get involved. I want to raise awareness for what they're doing because it's very dear to our heart.
23 to 0. Check them out. Family owned, veteran owned, top notch company. Sarah, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much, Wayne.
Everybody will be right back.